All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to a daily update on my 1000 days challenge. This is day 167, so let's get things started. All right, so first and foremost, the balance remains the same as yesterday, as you will see. In terms of trade-wise, there was quite a few long setup trade that was entered, but none of them was closed. So yep, so no change in terms of the profit and losses. All right, and moving on in terms of the quick market update, in terms of market structure-wise, Nasdaq has been the only one that changed from yesterday to today. So it actually transited back from a neutral to bullish market structure once again. So taking a look over here, switching back to daily chart. For Nasdaq, the reason why it's in a technical bullish market structure is because you got higher high, a low, and a confirmed higher low over here. So yeah, things are still looking great in terms of the consolidation or the slow grind towards the upside. So do bear in mind that this kind of slow grind towards the upside with this 20 exponential moving average is in a way a sustainable kind of uptrend. So for this kind of very light, smooth sailing kind of trend, yes, you could consider to add it at any point of time, or it could be like me waiting for like a steep discount as and when it will happen, and then yeah, you could enter in for a bigger discount in that sense. But bearing in mind that if you actually fail to wait, see for example over here, you get a very nice and sustainable climb. Even if you wait for the discount over here, you could potentially still be getting at a much higher price as well. So yeah, so bear in mind that over here is showing a very stable climb like just over here. It could continue to climb towards much further upside because this is a very kind of sustainable kind of climb. On the other hand, if you go like somewhat like a parabolic climb, then it's less of a somewhat sustainable. But over here, similarly, you see same thing, supported by 20 exponential moving average, you will climb, support, climb, and then before that breaks. And even over here, you'll climb for a very long way before it drops down. And even then, if you have gotten over here, or even over here, we've been fine. Even if you've gotten here, then that'll be great. But yeah, so that's just a quick point to highlight through. All right, so other than that, in terms of the main market update I'll provide, which is basically my trading position for Bitcoin. So I've entered a new long setup, and that is what I mentioned yesterday. I was willing to enter upon a break of 36.7K. So over here on the 4-hour chart, you will see very nicely. The buy stop order over here. So when it breaks, you enter, you actually sort of retested this region before it actually went up. So yeah, things is looking good tentatively. We could still retrace further to retest for clearer retest before we go upwards. Or of course, technically, this could be somewhat like a corrective way before we go further down to this side as well. So in terms of long-term investment wise, I personally do hope that actually drops down. But in terms of trading wise, I trade with the trend. So I will definitely went for a long side trade. And this is where over here I could potentially take either full profit because I know that potentially we could have a longer term consolidation period, especially if you look in terms of the weekly chart whereby we are still quite extended in terms of the 20 exponential moving average. So we could face some exhaustion in terms of short-term wise. So there's something to bear in mind, which will make me take more profit in terms of hitting my 1:1.5, or even when it's near there, seeing some sort of resistance, I will consider taking profit as well. So there's something to be clear. On the other hand, yeah, so that's basically about it. I mentioned over here, stop loss is using this 33.2K region is where my stop loss is. So yep, otherwise that's more or less about it. And if it does break over this key resistance, I mean key resistance or Norton support region, which is also happen to be the 20 exponential moving average, I will potentially consider to close up my trade earlier, but that is basically based on the price action kind of subjective move. But for new traders wise, I guess it's better to stick to your very clear exit and entry strategy. That will be much more better in terms of long-term wise. So yeah, that's more or less about it. And otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, but before I do, and do bear in mind that because over here on the forward chart, we do see very clear high and a higher a low and a higher low, a high and a higher high, even though like what I mentioned, this could be technically just a healthy retracement in terms of the drop, and we could retrace back downwards. So for that to happen, you have to break this low, which is why my stop loss is over here. So if it does break over here, then tentatively I do see potential downside to this 28K region, which I'm eagerly looking to buy in terms of long-term investment. But otherwise, that's more or less about it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.